the Hornets getting mentally prepared. I know the home fans are prepared as well. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, DA. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Ben Simmons is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for Charlotte, the big gun on the 4. It's Washington and Plumlee. The guard pair, Ball and Rozier. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position.
And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
Here's Claxton. Here's Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Well, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
Irving against Rozier. There's the 3. The rebound by KD. And here are the Nets. Simmons looking around. Here's Irving. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Rozier. Now to pass the ball.
2 minutes.
We play just over a minute here in the first. Washington with the screen on Irving. Rozier with the ball. Guarded now by Durant.
Well, that'll get everybody on the bench fired up. They love to see KD playing some D like that.
Pass to Simmons. Plays it up and makes it in. And now, Greg, that we're into the meat of the season, are you seeing any emerging trends out there?
For a few years, the trend had been guys shooting from farther and farther out. But, Kevin, I think we're seeing a return of the big man, a more concerted effort to attack the interior.
Plumlee finds Ball. Simmons with the defensive effort.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
KD's shot is off. The Hornets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Washington. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Really good control that time by Washington. Embraced the physical contact and then worked his way through it.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the evening. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Nick Richards, he's checked in for Plumlee. Oubre comes in for McDaniels. Bouknight, he's checked in for Terry Rozier. And it's Dennis Smith in for Ball.
Shooting one.
Find the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Washington.
You know, there's one thing that's become clear about this Hornets team. They've become one of the best passing teams in the league.
Outside Curry. From downtown, sinks the triple.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
Smith outside. Richards passes to Bouknight. And he drops it in from the low post. 44 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Curry. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Here's Warren. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
The precision passer, Curry, also excellent at seeing his guys when they're open.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Oubre passes to Richards. Passes it to Booknight. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Curry. And he overshot that one, missing. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center.
The Nets, 9. Your Hornets,
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Hornets trail by 4. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Ball. Plumlee out there with McDaniels. And it's Richards in at the 4 slot. So that's the Hornets 5.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. You can see some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Ball finds Plumlee. Now Oubre. Right side, Ball. From deep. Oubre can't get it to go. Nets leading by 4.
And never say never, but we might never see another player who combines the length and guard skills of Kevin Durant. He's a player who completely breaks the mold.
Now Ball. Following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Oubre dishes the ball. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Simmons with the defensive effort. And when you think about Durant's singularity as a player, Steve Kerr said he's more gifted than Michael Jordan. Greg, what do you think of that?
Well, Steve's had a first-hand view coaching KD and playing alongside Jordan. He didn't say greater, but more gifted. I think it's a conversation.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. Katie says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you. 6 on the shot clock. And he goes right over Mason. Plumlee and slams it down.
You know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
Now, here's Oubre. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. During his childhood, Hurricane Katrina forced Kelly Oubre Jr.'s family out, and they had to move.
And the Oubre family moving from New Orleans to Houston. Kelly saying he still thinks about the day his family left NOLA. Feels lucky they found a new home.
at the line, for 2.
That one is off. But the hallmark of Oubre Jr.'s game is instant production. How hard is that?
Well, I tell you, it's very difficult, but some guys are wired to be just that. Microwave scores off the bench, and he does it. I mean, it's not easy, but he's fearless, and he's got a lot of game, which lends itself to him excelling in that role.
And he can't hit the second. And it's Warren with the ball for the Nets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Curry kicks to Mills. Warren the pass to Sharp. Lays it up off the glass. Sharp's got the lead up to 10 now for the Nets.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here's Rozier. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
You know, inside Rozier certainly doesn't have the height advantage, but he's quick and crafty and can find ways to the basket.
Now, here's Warren. And right now, he's averaging about 7 points a game. Launches it. And so it's Brooklyn in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Clifford. What was the biggest problem for your guys in the first half?
Well, you know what? We're a defensive team first, and we've been good defensively. We've been organized. We weren't that in that first half, and that's what we got to concentrate on to get the game going back our way.
See if you revert back to your form in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And as we welcome you to the studio, we call your attention to the top performers for each team in the first half.
These guys are leading their way offensively. It's hard work doing all that scoring. Wouldn't you agree with that, Shaq?
Not for me, it wasn't. Piece of cake or barbecue chicken, whichever you prefer, or both at the same time. I'm hungry.
And let's get into this first half where there were some struggles for the Charlotte Hornets.
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, hand down, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything, Ernie. Shaq, you think they played their best?
No way, no way.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is the 4, with Claxton playing the 5. Kyrie Irving is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, you may not know this, but Gordon Hayward was a 2-time Indiana State singles champion in tennis. He says, in high school, I was better at tennis than basketball, but I've always loved hoops more. Thankfully, I was able to grow throughout high school to get to the frame I have now. He has certainly filled out in the NBA. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, he sure has. He's been a terrific player to watch and follow. The injury is significant, but he continues on. David, thanks. And both free throws good for Durant. Well, Clark, here's an interesting stat trend of the 2022 season. More shots are taken from three-point range, but fewer makes on average per shot.
Yeah, the volume has gone up, but the makes have not. You know, more teams are launching triples, and more defenses, quite honestly, Kevin, are focused on challenging those shots. Not surprising to see the numbers trending in the direction you mentioned.
Now, here's Ball. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Pass to Washington. And here is Ball. Plumlee with a screen on Simmons. Just 4 to shoot. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Plumlee.
You know, as a playmaker, Ball can look off the defender and drop dimes with either hand.
Now here's Durant. 6 points for him. And he goes right over Mason. Plumlee and slams it down.
Now this is impressive. Durant showing you all of that creativity with that one.
And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was.
Well, KD still a net after asking for a trade. The team looked, but didn't feel the deal was there. And Durant will continue to play, but you feel like this story could drag on until the trade deadline or beyond.
The rebound by LaMelo Ball.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Plumlee, the pass to Washington. Launches a three. Nailed from three-point land. Washington's got 6 points.
Well, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
Now Durant. He's got 8. To the inside. Plumlee with the steal. 1:03 left to play in the third. Washington passes to Rozier from deep three-point range. No good there. The Nets go the other way with it. They've led by as much as 10. And that one's good, Irving.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Now, here's Ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Washington. Durant with some nice D. Nets leading by 10. He dishes it to Irving. Simmons on the wing. Shoots over Washington. That misses off the backboard. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Fires for three. And no good. And so it's Brooklyn with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Thomas with the ball. They've got Dennis Smith. P.J. Washington is out there with Kelly Oubre. Then it's Book Knight. And it's Richards in at the center position. So that's the Hornets 5.
Kelly Oubre, Jr.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Nets.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
The first free throw is good. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Hornets trail by 12. Here's Book Knight. There's a screen by Washington. Book Knight, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Clock at 6. Warren the pass to Sharp, and then Sharp with the dunk.
Hey, T.J. Warren is definitely a scorer. He's got a shoot-first mentality, but he'll give it up if you're open.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Book Knight. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Nets leading by 14. And there's the pass to Warren. Now, here's Sharp. Right side, Warren. To the right side. The feed now to Kerr. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And the shot by Warren, no good. The Hornets shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. Here's the screen. Here's Bouknight. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, you read about Jimmy Butler starting his own coffee company, and he did that in the NBA bubble. And he drinks, he say, about 5 cups of coffee a day. Do a lot of NBA players drink coffee to keep them going and get that extra burst?
Absolutely. I remember drinking coffee on the bench late in my career. It's kind of a comfort food, warms you up a little bit, and all good things that can get you ready for action, I'm for.
And that one falls for Bouknight. And some changes here for the Hornets. Plumlee is checked in for Nick Richards. McDaniels comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Ball in for Dennis Smith. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Here's KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at Durant, and it's obvious he feels like he's got so much more to prove. I mean, he's as driven a player as you'll find in this league. That's part of his greatness.
At the line, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. With options like the G League Ignite team, fewer players, Clark, feel they have to go to college. Would you have been tempted by those options?
I don't think I would have been personally, Kevin, but I do like the fact that there are other pathways to the NBA. College is not for everybody. I think it's one of the surest ways to develop as a person and your game, but it's not for everybody. So I like the fact that there are other pathways to get to the NBA.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Nets.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for KD.
Well, the defense just couldn't figure him out, and he continued to put it to him.
Now here's Durant after Terry Rozier's miss. Spins. Durant against Plumlee. Durant feeling it out a bit. And then Durant with the jam.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, very few can match your offensive creativity. So how do you integrate that into the team system?
It starts in our practice. It starts with our practice habits, getting our swing action, and practicing with a purpose. You know, whether it's shoot-arounds or walkthroughs, we're starting to show progress right there and just getting back to what we know, and that's executing on both ends of the floor and trusting one another.
Well, the ball was certainly moving tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. as New Balance presents our player of the game, Kevin Durant.